2027 qualifiers first round. Tonight we have Panama taking on Argentina. Both of these teams already locked in as we see a rollout of the game's results here across this final window of the first round. Earlier today, Uruguay comfortably beating Cuba on their home floor. Here are the standings. The top three teams progress. Uruguay, Argentina and Panama will all make it through to the second round. But remember, every single result that they have in the first round carries through to the second round. So there are no nights off, there are no easy games. Expect both these teams to be going all out to pick up the win here this evening. Argentina being introduced to the crowd right now. They are on a 4-win, 1-loss record. Only game that they lost, a bit of a freak one really, losing to Uruguay in a very low-scoring game, 44-61. But outside of that, Argentina have looked pretty good under coach Prigioni. And will enter today's game with a fair amount of confidence, I would suggest, as they look to move their record on. Remember, Argentina win today, they'll head through to the second round with a 5-win, 1-loss record. Now Panama, in front of their home fans, will be keen to put on a show. Currently sitting third in the group, and that's where they'll finish, with a 2-win, 3-loss record after a hard-fought win. The scoreline slightly flatters Panama, I would say, as Cuba on Friday pushed them really, really hard for the vast majority of the game. Panama eventually coming out with that 83-70 win. They certainly enjoyed playing in front of their home fans. That was clear to see. Coach Colon will be very keen to try and get the win today. Heading through with a 3-3 record, far more powerful than a 2-4 record. We'll now have a break in commentary. We'll have the national anthems first, the national anthem for Argentina, then the national anthem for Panama.
Por favor, permanezcan en posición de respeto para escuchar las gloriosas notas de nuestro himno nacional de Panamá. Invitamos a los equipos al saludo protocolario. Intercambio de regalos.
Now the scene set perfectly. The coaches head to the half to exchange handshakes and gifts as we get ready to lock in for the final game here in Group D.
Nos gustaría dar la bienvenida a los árbitros del partido.
World Cup qualifiers first round. Remember, we'll be back for the second round. Blinking you would miss the gap as we are back in August. Here are our officials for today's game. Grant Toddy, Carmelo De La Rosa and Ryan Langdon from USA, Puerto Rico and Canada, respectively. They look zoned in and ready to go. And now our focus returns to the two teams as Argentina head to warm up. 8th in the world, ranked 3rd in the Americas, 15 World Cup appearances, 3 medals in total, including gold back in 1950. And here's the starting 5 for Argentina. Cafero, Campasso, Laprovitola, Bolmaro and Deck for Coach Prigioni. Plenty of talent in that roster though all the way through. Expect Coach Prigioni to work his rotations hard, keep fresh players on the floor as they look to close out this first round with an all-important win, really. There's the starting 5 for Panama. They're going to go with Molinar, Gaskins, Navarro, Quintero and Romero. Colon also knows that it would be very, very beneficial for his team to progress to the second round with a 3-3 record. Taking just 2 wins through makes that second round a very big ask indeed. Panama 57th in the world, 12th in the Americas. They've been to the World Cup 4 times. Last appearance was 2006, where they finished 21st. Some confusion with the Argentina players there. Not sure whether they think they're in the Basketball World Cup or the Football World Cup right now. Coach Colon has his 5 locked in. Final words of instruction before they head to the floor. And while they have those final words, just a reminder, do, if you have your phones to hand, download the official World Cup Qualifiers app. It's available wherever you get hold of your apps. Completely free of charge, perfect companion, not just for today's game where you'll have the live stats to follow, but also throughout these entire qualifiers. Argentina know even with a win here today, they'll finish second in the group ultimately, because they do not have the head-to-head against Uruguay. So Uruguay's win against Cuba earlier today guarantees Uruguay top spot heading into the second round. Whilst for Argentina, a win will keep them in second, but will be a huge advantage heading into the next round of qualifiers. And in the next round, they will face definitely Canada and 2 of the Bahamas, Jamaica and Puerto Rico. Navarro didn't feature in Friday's important win against Cuba, so he'll have fresh legs today, the 23-year-old. Actually plays professionally in the Argentinian league. The only Panama player to do so, so two until we can get the game underway here. Could be an interesting game. Clearly Panama the underdogs heading into this one. Last time these two teams met, it was a 26-point win for Argentina. And we're underway here in Panama City. Game day 6 of the World Cup qualifiers. Panama going up against Argentina. First jumper is good and a smooth stroke to get Argentina into the game. Campasso with the first score of the game. Gaskins now pulls up and puts an air ball up for Panama's first shot of the game. Foul's going to be called as Cafaro is knocked off the ball. That one whistled against Romero. Certainly some interesting matchups across the court this evening. Campasso inbounds. Free ball goes up. And is knocked out of bounds ultimately by Romero. Laprovitola putting the three up. Baseline ball for Argentina. Campasso hands it back to Deck. Deck now strong to the basket, off the glass. Oh, what a two-handed putback. Francisco Cafaro. Cafaro out again, skips out. In the corner, is good. What a very bright start to the game for Argentina. An 8-0 run on the road. Rebound pulled in by Deck, and Argentina just moved with such comfort, such confidence and cohesion. Laprovitola hands it away. Deck won't take the three. Stolen away though. Breakaway. Laying off the glass for Molinar. Averaging 20 points a game across the qualifiers, Iverson Molinar. Campasso, not this time, comes up short, wide open. Panama deciding to go under the screens instead of over for him. Not sure that's a wise move. Gaskins kicks it to the corner. Navarro goes in with the floater, and it's a smart move. Argentina's lead trimmed in half. Lobbed inside. Off the glass, no good for Cafaro. Three ball is good for Gaskins. Trevor Gaskins enjoying that one. Deck for three in the slot. That one's heavy. Argentina with an 8-0 run to start the game. Panama with a 7-0 run to reply. Got the crowd back into things. Gaskins and a chance of a 4-point play. Panama take the lead. Wow. Took about a quarter of two halves already. Argentina blasting out of the blocks, leading 8-0, and Panama reacting with 10 points without reply of their own. Gaskins heading to the line. He has struggled in these qualifiers, just a 25% free throw shooter across the qualifiers. Had a great game against Cuba on Friday though, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and 4 early points for him here. Back 7 early points, my mistake. 2 triples already. Laprovitola into the corner, and a 3-ball rolls in for Argentina. Bolmaro. Quintero. I'm going to go one-on-one, never a good look. All knocked away. Campasso quickly down the floor and fouled by Navarro.
Falta del número 8, Guillermo Navarro de Panamá, su primera. Mantiene el balón Argentina.
Panama dropping into a zone defense early here and straight away. Cafaro gets another bucket. Argentina back into the lead. Quintero, little heavy. Brisk pace to get the game underway here in Panama City. And a little tip in for Cafaro. He's up to 6 points personal now. 3 from 4 from the field for him. Navarro hands it away to Molinar. Molinar sidestep, 3-ball, comes up short. Campasso hands it back. Both teams happy to put the 3 up early. Cafaro with the rebound, and he'll get a put back too. Cafaro dominating the boards right now. 4th rebound of the game already. And already our game's leading scorer with 8 points. Argentina back out to a 6-point lead. This really is a game of runs here. Molinar kicks it to the wing. Navarro for 3 is short. Bolmaro picks up the loose ball. Won't take the 3 though. Wasn't quite set and ready. Campasso, little shot fake to try and create the separation. Bolmaro will draw in the foul from Gaskins and head to the line for 2 free throws. Had a good night on Friday. Bolmaro against Uruguay, posting 22. His first game in the qualifiers. Hasn't taken part in any of the other windows so far. Anderson comes into the game for Panama. Atencio also into the action for the home team. Now down into the low block. Fades away. That's an air ball from Romero. Pick and roll. Deck skips to the weak side. Laprovitola comes up short with the 3. Molinar hands it away and gets it back pretty quickly. Dumped inside to Atencio. He hands it out to Anderson on the wing. That's off left. Romero with the rebound though, and Panama will go again. Gaskins for 3. Rattles in, rattles out. Final 3 minutes of this first quarter. Foul's called down low. That one whistled on Romero. First foul of the game for him. Campazzo. Hands it inside to Deck. Deck now established in the paint. A controlled fadeaway from Gabriel Deck. Stolen away, Campazzo now. Foul's going to be whistled on Anderson.
Por Argentina, ingresa con el número 21, Juan Fernández, con el 10, Gonzalo Corbalán. Y con el número 9, Nicolás Brusino.
Panama in the penalty, so Campazzo heads to the bench. He's played in all but one of Argentina's qualifiers in this first round. Facundo Campazzo, 73% free throw shooter. First is good. Biggest game of the qualifiers was that previous meeting with Panama, a double-double, 25 points, 10 assists. Molinar now. Double team pounces on him. Inside. It's a smart move, a strong move from Atencio. Stretching those legs out for the long drive. Bolomaro using the screen from Fernandez. That one's blocked, but it's a goaltender as Fernandez already put it off the glass. In fact, is it a foul that's been whistled? Yeah, goaltend called. Argentina's lead out to 11. Ball dumped inside, knocked out of bounds by Brusino. Argentina will be more than happy with the start they've had to this game. Panama have shown, though, that offensively they have a lot of firepower. Molinar, and one. That is a very difficult play to execute. Huge amount of contact, falling away, but stayed laser locked in to get the shot on target. 4 points for Iverson Molinar. Tough play. That is a very good play indeed. Converts the three-point play. Panama back to within 8. Sitting back in this 2-3 zone. Oh, wonderful pass inside. Oh, what a defensive stand. Atencio gets the timing right this time. Turns it over. Sorry, Romero. Turns it over, though. Needed to give it up to a guard, really. Panama back into that zone. And an easy score for Corbalán. Corbalán with the first bucket of the game for him. Molinar hands it away. Romero at the top, fakes the three, looks to drive inside, and have to recycle back to the top. Final minute of this first quarter. Molinar with a fancy handle. and gets the roll. He's feeling it early in this one. 7 points personal for Iverson Molinar. Way downtown, high arcing rebound, pulled in by Fernandez. About a 2.5 second difference between the first quarter clock and the shot clock. Behind the back pass, doesn't get the shot away before the shot clock expires though. So it will be the final 3.4 seconds for Panama to work with. I think both teams will be pretty happy with their offensive output here in the first quarter. Foul's going to be called by Bolmaro. Smart foul, really. They had fouls to give. He has no fouls so far, and it burnt, well, over half the remaining clock off. 1.6 seconds now for Panama. Get a shot away, but it's blocked by Fernandez. And that is the end of the first quarter here in Panama City. And with 10 in the book, it's Panama 18, Argentina 26.
Damas y caballeros, el resultado final del primer cuarto, Argentina 26-18 para Panamá. Síguenos en las redes sociales.
Here are the stats from the first quarter of action. Argentina shooting the ball well across the floor. Panama getting the job done close to the basket. A little bit of a slow start from outside for them though. Here are some of the big plays from that first quarter of action. Argentina really coming out exceptionally strong. Opening up a very early lead. An 8-0 run to start the game. Panama had a 10-0 run of their own to bring it back to a tied ball game. And then Argentina opened things out again with a 14-point run without reply. At one stage, they led this game by 11. Currently, at the end of the first quarter, their lead is down to just 8. Leading all scorers is Francisco Cafero. He has 8 points as well as 5 rebounds. Leading scorer for Panama is Iverson Molinar and Trevor Gaskins. Both have 7 points apiece. Gaskins 2 from 4 from outside for his 7. Molinar 3 from 5 from the field as our total. Remember, final game day of the first round of the qualifiers. Both these teams heading through to the second round, which will fire back up again in August. Scan the QR code to access and log in to Courtside 1891. Watch live streams, extended highlights of FIBA competitions, and much more.
Del primer partido el día jueves, el desempate lo haremos al finalizar esta primera mitad.
Panama will get possession for the start of this second quarter. Gaskins to inbound. Second quarter action underway here in Panama City. Into the first quarter, Argentina with an 8-point lead over Panama. That's quickly trimmed down to 6 though. As Molinar continues to have the hot hand. 9 points personal for him now. Game's leading scorer. Brusino spills possession. Molinar out at the races. Glides inside, and now he's to double digits. And Panama are back to within 4. Marcos hands it away to Corbalan. Down into the block. Fernandez looking to go to work. Running right hand, no good. And that will be Argentina ball on the baseline.
26 para Argentina, 22 para Panamá. 9 minutos 6 segundos. Ha transcurrido desde segundo cuarto.
All lobbed into Fernandez with shot clock running down. Oh, that is a very smart play by Juan Fernandez. Second bucket of the game for him. Molinar now dumps it inside. Atencio can't get it over the front of the rim. Argentina come away with possession. Marcos glides inside. Fernandez with another score. Argentina's lead creeps back out to 8 again. Quintero hands it to Molinar. Molinar, long jumper, no good. Short and off right. Marcos feeds the post. Old school back to the basket from Volet, but does not pay off this time. And it back inside. Good defensive stand by Fernandez is enough to stop Panama in their tracks. Pushing foul called. First foul of the fourth foul of the quarter, in fact, for Panama. Anderson picks up his second foul. Marcos backs it out. Double team collapses on him. Fernandez in the slot. Didn't quite have the rhythm on that one. Dumped inside. Atencio does well to hold on to that. Draws the foul from Fernandez. And we'll head to the line for 2 free throws. Argentina looked like they were going to make easy work of this game in the opening couple of minutes, but Panama, credit to them, constantly asking questions of the South American powerhouse. Campasso comes back into the game for Argentina. Marcos comes out. First is good for Atencio. He struggled a little from the free throw line in these qualifiers, just shooting 44%. To 4 points personal with the brace of free throws. He'll head to the bench though as Romero returns to the action. Campasso inside. Penetrating kick, dumped inside, and the two-hander. Cafaro. First Argentina player up to double digits with that two-hander. Molinar almost loses possession as Corbalan is all over him. Quintero, shot fake, three goes up, skips over the iron and away. Campasso, the magician with the ball in hand. Puts the three up, that one's a little heavy. Rebound pulled in by Cafaro, but it's knocked away. A long three is good. Gaskins, his third triple of the game. That was from way downtown. Gets the Panama crowd going. And Panama are back to within 5. 6 minutes left in this first half, and a timeout has been called by Coach Prigioni. We'll head into the huddle, hear what he has to say.
Cuatro tipos atrás tuyo y hay un tipo solo acá. ¿Qué dijimos hacer la jugada que corresponde? Cuando forzamos lo dejamos correr y el se siente incómodo. Si van zona como Argentina, con Rusia atrás, Paco, Corva, abre Gaby, pero jugamos la opción especial. Fran, sí, corta Brusi, pero se queda. Fran va por detrás, sí. Vení Paco, vení Corva, tac, vuelve, Gaby.
There's the huge three from Gaskins, which forced Argentina into the timeout. That is a long way out. Makes it look so easy. Six minutes left in this first half. Panama back to within 5. They have trailed by as many as 11 in this game.
Balón favorable para Argentina. 32 puntos para Argentina. 27 para Panamá. 5-55.
Panama now back into their zone, into the corner wide open, and that's money in the bank. Povitalo with the three. Gaskins open corner pocket. Loving the game right now, Trevor Gaskins. Leads all scorers with 13. Fourth triple of the game. Right inside, rolls in the jumper, Corbalan. Gaskins for three. Not this time, a bit of a heat check. Brusino hands it away. Now it's down into the low block. Foul's going to be whistled on Romero. His second foul of the game. Romero's going to come out as they're not willing to risk him picking up a third. Oh, an easy pass inside. Panama lost their allocations defensively that time. Argentina's lead back out to 9. Navarro going up against Deck. Throws the pass away. That one's scripted and easily intercepted. Bolmaro glides to the basket, and this time Coach Colon will call a timeout as Argentina's lead balloons back out to 9. 4:19 left in this first half, and Panama now, their turn to try and find some answers.
Aquí está Gaki y falta uno. Justin. Ahí, estamos ahí. La tiene Guille. Baja. Aquí, Pepito. Para que Justin vaya. Tú te metes. Sale. Deja que pase esto. Entonces Pepito va aquí. Y busca a Trevor. Checate el backdoor. Guille. Pepito está alto. Cuando viene Trevor, si está en top block, no te están dejando salir. Backdoor. Si está detrás de ti, entonces sale. Si no lo tienes a él, Pepito y Pepito contigo.
Sí, yo no tengo que yo juego mano a mano contigo.
Exacto, y hacemos como un zoom. Corre para atrás. Si estamos en mayoría, ellos da foul. Para el fast break temprano. Ok, vamos, vamos.
1, 2, 3.
Argentina just kind of go through the gears a little bit and open themselves back out to a far more comfortable lead here. Now for Panama once again to find a way back in as Argentina hold the 11-point lead. Game high equaling 11-point lead. Navarro hands it to Gaskin, stolen away by Campasso. He hands it ahead. Oh, beautiful pass. La Provitola with a wonderful pass to Deck for two. Argentina extend it out to new levels, a 13-point lead for the first time this evening. Navarro hands it away. A shoulder shake, a shimmy, and the foul is drawn from Cafaro. His first foul of the game.
Falta el número 1, Francisco Cafaro, su primera. Hay cambios por Panamá. Regresan al tabloncillo con el número 1. Iverson Molinari con el número 16. Eric Romero.
Panama heading to the free throw line as a team, 4 from 4 so far this evening. Atencio 2 from 2 personally. Comes up way short with his first attempt this trip. Gets a second to go as Panama try and cut this lead that Argentina have developed before the halftime break. Campasso uses a screen, baseline cut. Oh, lovely reverse layup from Bolmaro. A little bit of flair thrown in to the mix at the end of that one. Navarro, back of the iron and away. Bolmaro with the rebound. Pull up early. Free throw, three-pointer falls short, and Deck can only throw it back and out of bounds. Sideline ball for Panama.
Mano favorable para Panamá, restan 3 minutos este segundo cuarto.
Molinar hands it away. Navarro now skips inside. Right hand floater, won't get the roll. Campasso, La Provitola goes up high for that one. Teardrop coming in from Bolmaro. And Bolmaro can't quite get enough on it. Game has become a little scrappy, a little rushed here in the closing few minutes of this first half. Navarro comes back out to Gaskins. Gaskins from way downtown again. This time it's short. That's one of the final last 2 minutes, of this first half. Campasso trying to help Argentina extend this lead and be even more comfortable at the halftime break. Baseline drive. Foul's going to be whistled on Atencio. First foul of the game for him. Third team foul of the quarter for Panama. Heading to the line is Leandro Bolmaro. As we see Armstrong come into the game for the first time this evening. Bolmaro comes up short. Does get the second to drop. Final 2 minutes of this first half. Molinar hands it away to Atencio. Armstrong now waits for the screen. Hands it back to Atencio, and Atencio gets a score. 7 points personal. There's the lob. Oh, that's a huge throwdown. Cafaro going up high for that one. In and out for Romero. Romero won't get the roll on the three. Panama will scoop up the loose ball rebounders. Molinar comes away with it. Final minute of this first half. Argentina's lead sits at 15. Romero steps through and gets another score. First bucket of the game, in fact, for him. Does have 6 rebounds, but first points on the board. Foul's going to be called on Gaskins. Campasso pulled out of the shot attempt and turned it into a pass halfway through the foul, so it'll only be a sideline ball for Argentina, as Panama have only just gone into the penalty. Campasso hands it back. Catch and shoot at the top is money in the bank. As Argentina continue to extend that lead. Marcos with the three. About a 2.5 second difference between the first half clock and the shot clock. Molinar looking to run it down though. Splits the defense, glides inside. Has to fade away, but another tough shot by Molinar. And that will be the end of the first half here in Panama City. A strong first half for Argentina as they head to the locker room with a 14-point lead. At the half, it's Panama 37, Argentina 51. Well, an entertaining first 20 minutes of basketball delivered here in Panama City. Here are the stats. Pretty high scoring game, high efficiency game, particularly from 2 points. Argentina having the better of it from outside, dominating the boards, and 15 assists for 51 points. Coach Prigioni is going to be pretty happy with that. Molinar and Gaskins lead all scorers with 13 each for Panama. Cafaro is the leading scorer for Argentina. He has 12 at the half. Here are some of the best plays from that second quarter of action. A real back and forth battle between these two. Argentina, though, continuing to outscore Panama. 25-19 was the scoreline in that quarter. Argentina entered the quarter with an 8-point lead. That has now extended out to 14 points at the half. And a real team effort from Argentina. Two players in double digits. Caparo has 12.7 rebounds. He's well on his way to a double-double. Bolomaro, 10 points, 3 boards, 3 assists. 8 players already on the scoreboard for Argentina. As for Panama, Molinar and Gaskins both have 13 points each. Only 5 players registering points for Panama in that first half. Really, the rebounding battle is where this game is being won at the moment. Argentina out-rebounding Panama 22-12. And clearly Argentina halfway towards picking up their 5th win in this first round of qualifiers and putting themselves in a very commanding position heading into the second qualification round, which will start in August, late August, last few days. As for Panama, they'll need to turn this one around in the second half. But at the half, it's Panama 37, Argentina 51. We'll be back with the second half very shortly.
How many times are we going to see this? Baseline, are you kidding me? Papa Nicolau says, give it to me. I'll go tax to close out. Big Bruno inside. Fills it up.
Gilgeous Alexander, little hezzy, steps back, short corner to the other side as he falls out of bounds. He gets it to go. Living up to the hype early here.
Baseline try. Oh, nice play. And the finish. And Joaquin Rodriguez loves that play. And so does everybody, pretty much everybody here.
There's a lob and another thunderous alley-oop. Lindo, what a start to the game for him.
Bahamas defense just killing the players now. Here we go again, and one more time. Are you kidding me? 3rd pick in the first round of the NBA draft, and it is indeed the 76er himself, VJ Edgecombe. His head coach not giving up at the moment. Coach Richard Tunn, another alley-oop, and one more time, KJ, straight off the bench in fresh bunnies.
Guarded by James. Feliz around James. Feliz inside. Bingo! Joel Soriano. United States up by 2. Near side, into the corner. Craig for the lead. An incredible shot hit there by Torrey Craig in the corner, giving the United States a 1-point lead.
Penetrate, kick, Campazzo, extra pass. Nice crossover and always moving without the ball, Brasino. Good defense from Roque, getting right in the passing lane. Angola! Oh my goodness, he has just taken off and crushed a right-hand dunk, and he loves it. Can they get a good look? Can they space the floor? Herrera to win it. He's made the shot. This is unreal. Chile just doing amazing things here down the stretch. They were gone. It looked as though their World Cup dreams were in tatters.
Welcome back to Panama City here in Panama at the halfway stage of game day 6. Panama trailing by 14 at the half as Argentina continue to show their real class. Leading scorer at the half for Argentina, Francisco Cafero. He has 12 points as well as 7 rebounds. The big man putting on a bit of a clinic of post play here early in this game. Every time he's fed the ball, it's a near certainty it's going in. He's 6 from 7 from the field. Pretty happy with an 86% field goal percentage. As Argentina have looked strong and comfortable for vast parts of that first half. Down to Panama now to try and flip the script in the second half. One of the points they're going to focus on is how to stop that man right there, Cafaro. Not an easy task, I think that is fair to say. And now for Panama, their leading scorer is Gaskins. He came out guns are blazing, has 4 triples in the first half. 50% from outside for his 13 points. Just a little honourable mention that Iverson Molinar also has 13 points in this first half. But that backcourt combo has absolutely kept Panama in this game. The two of them combining for over 2/3 of Panama's points. And Gaskins has hit some huge shots from a long way out. Look how far he is, comfortable just stepping in and draining the 3. Really is had an impressive first 20 minutes of basketball. Both teams now back on the floor, getting ready for the start of the second half. Remember, this is game day 6, the final game day of the first round of qualifiers for the 2027 FIBA World Cup. Both these teams know already that they'll be in the second round of the qualifiers, as it's Cuba who will drop out of Group D. Still to be confirmed exactly who they'll face in the second round. It'll definitely be Canada, but then it will be 2 of either Bahamas, Jamaica or Puerto Rico, depending on how those games play out. Remember what they're playing for, a spot in the World Cup in Qatar next year. There are 7 places allocated to teams from the Americas. There is the man of the moment for Argentina, well on his way to a double-double. As I said, Molinar as well as Gaskins with 13 points in that first half. Molinar, though, going to the basket to get his. A couple of mid-range offers as well. Gaskins primarily. His points coming from the outside. In fact, no shots taken inside the perimeter. Just one free throw and 4 triples. Does have a couple of fouls, though, so we'll need to go a little bit easy early in the second half. Doesn't want to pick up a quick third foul. It's clear his team will need him tonight if they're to fight their way back into this one. Those just joining us, we're at the halfway stage of game day 6 here of the World Cup qualifiers. Panama trail Argentina 37-51 at the half. We are just a few minutes away from the start of the second half here in Panama City. And this is the concluding game here in Group D. Uruguay beating Cuba earlier today. Uruguay will leave top of the table and head through to the second round with a 5-1 record. Cuba will bow out at the end of this first round as they have not picked up a win. They're 0-6 at the end of the qualifiers. And now it's down to who will pick up this final win. Argentina currently 4 wins, 1 loss. Panama 2 wins, 3 losses. So will Argentina move to 5 wins, or will Panama pick up their 3rd win here on their home floor? Argentina clearly the favourites in this game. One of the established powerhouses in the Americas region and globally. Obviously, not that long ago that they were on the podium at the World Cup, finishing 2nd in 2019. The swan song for the icon that was Scola. As for Panama, they do have a history at the World Cup as well. 4 appearances. Highest ever finish was 9th. That was in 1970 and 1982. Last time Panama got to the World Cup was 20 years ago now. 2006, where they finished 21st. Argentina, a former World Cup winner, picking up the gold in 1950. But that all right now is a distant thought about medaling. Thoughts here in the arena from the home fans in particular is, how does Coach Colon, mastermind, coming back from 14 points down in the second half? He's in the huddle with his team now doing just that. I'm sure he's outlining the step-by-step process of making their way back in. And if you have your phones to hand, scan the QR code, download the official World Cup Qualifiers app. Completely free, available wherever you get hold of your apps. A must have, not just for today's game, but for the qualifiers as a whole. Both teams make their way back to the floor.
51 puntos para Argentina, 37 para Panamá. Ya inicio al tercer cuarto.
Second half action underway here in Panama City. Game day 6 of the World Cup qualifiers. And at the half, it's Panama 37, Argentina 51. Deck backing his way in, hands it out to Lapovitola. Skip pass back to Deck, catch and shoot 3 ball, and the second half starts pretty much like the first half did. A confident and comfortable Argentina. Deck up to 9 points now, his first 3 of the game. On score graphic incorrect at the moment. And Panama answer with a 3 of their own. Navarro. points personal now for Navarro. Deck backing his way in. Blocked though by Quintero. Not this time for Molinar, and the foul is whistled on Romero. That's his second foul of the game. Campasso hands it back to Deck for three. Not this time. Cafaro, though, crashes the glass hard and gets the score. On the verge of his double-double now. That's his 9th rebound of the game. Has 14 points. Molinar. Quintero, nice little fake. Good interior pass, and Romero gets the score. And when Panama bring that level of basketball together, it does really take them up a step. Makes them hard to guard. Oh, but that's a smooth stroke. Labrovitola for three. Back out to a 17-point lead for Argentina. Molinar hands it back out. Catch and shoot. Quintero. Panama trading buckets with Argentina right now. Bolmaro dumps it inside to Deck. Deck will swing it about. Good ball movement. Bolmaro for three. Misses the triple though. Cafaro ends up sliding out of bounds. Into the corner. Quintero off target this time. Down low, Cafaro kicks it through. Campasso will show some composure and slows it down. Campasso for three. Smart play for Facundo Campasso. Seven points personal for him. The 8th triple of the game for Argentina. Navarro trying to shape up against Deck. Shot clock down to 5. Is he even going to get a shot away? No, he's going to step out of bounds. Good defensive stand by Gabriel Deck. Labrovitola. Teardrop off the glass is good. A very difficult skill executed to the highest level. Gaskins draws the foul. That one going to be whistled on. Bolmaro. Back into the game comes Anderson for Panama. Almost stolen away. Molinar for three. Skips over the rim, straight into the hands of Deck. His second board of the game. Bolmaro gets it back, shapes up again, drives inside, tries to thread the eye of the needle. It eventually comes to Cafaro, but Panama's defense holds strong, deflected out of bounds by Deck, so Panama will hold on to possession. Almost halfway through this third quarter already. Game being played at pace, very few interruptions. often makes for better basketball. Atencio comes back into the action for Panama. Molinar pulls up for three. Not this time. Romero has the shot whistled away and an offensive foul called on Romero. That's his third. He's frustrated with the call. And that potentially causes Coach Colon some problems. Yeah, it's a swing of the elbow into the face of La Provitola that's the problem. Deck for three in the slot. Makes it rain. Second triple of the game for Gabriel Deck, and Argentina now just strolling their way to a 22-point lead. Atencio hands it away to Molinar, who's been pretty quiet in this second half after a blistering first half. That's a kickball by Campasso. Quintero comes back into the game for Panama. Fade away. Oh, that's a smart move by Anderson. It's just about reps in the practice gym. Deck backdoor and a two-hander. Bolmaro. Under 4 left in this third quarter now. Atencio hands it away to Molinar. Step back three ball. That one rattles in. Anderson back-to-back buckets. Starting to step up now, Anderson, averaging just 3 points in the qualifiers. He's only played that one game though, to be fair. Bolmaro kicks it out to Deck. Shot clock at 7. Campasso will high arc it. That one comes down with snow, but more importantly comes down with the 3. Back up to a 22-point lead for Argentina, and Campasso, the next Argentinian player to hit double digits, 5 already there. Inside, Atencio gets the score. Argentina's lead sits at 20, 2 minutes and 50 left in this quarter, and Coach Pugioni wants to talk things over. We're going to head into his huddle, hear what he has to say.
En el pick and roll lateral, en el step up, ¿sí? Si entra el balón acá, nos está quedando un pequeño, lapro, algún pequeño. Si pasa de manera lenta, por lo que sea, Gaby, estás acá y lo podés invertir con lapro, así Gaby es el último. Así lo vemos. ¿Sí? Sí. Bien, no. Escuchá, y podemos hacer mejor el laburo en jugar el pase. 3 largos para Corva. Corva ahí, Facu, aparece Juan acá. Juan, en esta zona de acá, mirá, el Leyland ahí. ¿Sí? Le das y venís acá como a buscarlo a Corva. No hace falta que bloquees. ¿Sí? Y quiero acá de este lado a Gaby y Lea. ¿Sí? Dale. Te vas a dar.
2 minutos 50 segundos restan de este tercer cuarto.
Panama doing everything they can right now to try and slow Argentina down, but that is an easier task said than done. Credit to Panama, though, offensively continue to deliver. That's never been a problem. It's defensively, they need to find a way to lock teams out. They're dropping back into a zone again by the looks of it. Or is it matchup? It is matchup. Campasso gets the shot away. No good. Rebound put up and put back by Fernandez. Stolen away. Bolomaro, he'll go all the way and receives a bump from Molinar. Foul called. The conversation is about whether it's in the act of shooting or not. Molinar not happy. Kicks the ad ball on the way out. Just needs to be a little bit careful. Potentially this is going to be classed as unsportsmanlike, as well as the officials will go to review. We'll have a look at the replays now. I think it will come down to, was there a play at the ball really? Here's the turnover. Bolmaro. That's just a shoulder charge. I don't think there is a play at the ball. If that is the case, then it will be upgraded to an unsportsmanlike foul. Yeah, they are going to go and review. And this is what they're reviewing. Well, at home, would you upgrade this to unsportsmanlike? Certainly, I think I probably would. Let's see what the officials say. They are upgrading it to an unsportsmanlike, so that will send Bolmaro to the line for 2. And Argentina will get possession at the side as well. Three from 4 so far this evening, Leandro Bolmaro. His 5th attempt is good. Can't get the next one to go though, so Argentina's lead will stay at 23. Argentina obviously will get possession as well, as it was an unsportsmanlike foul. Marcos now to Bolmaro. Bolmaro feeds it down low. Deck with the turnaround jumper. He gets it to go. Molinar waiting for options in front of him, nothing there. Quintaro sets a screen for him to work with. Hands it to Quintaro. The 3 skips over the iron and away. Rebound pulled down by Corbelan. Marcos for 3. That one, 2. Jumps over the metalwork, and the foul's going to be called on Deck. Complaints from some of the Panama players saying, shouldn't that be an unsportsmanlike foul? It's all about whether there's an intention and an effort to play at the ball, which Deck did. Argentina's lead at 25, final 90 seconds of this 3rd quarter. Quintero hands it away, back to Molinar. Molinar dumps it in off the pick and roll. Atencio just turns around and faces the brick wall that is Cafaro. Almost stolen away. Marcos holds on to it. Corbalan holds on to it. Fernandez into Marcos in the corner. He'll drive the baseline. Hands it to Cafaro, and Cafaro will draw the foul from Atencio. Second foul of the game on Atencio. Final minute of this third quarter. Panama players arguing with one another at the moment. Frustration's just bubbling over a little bit. Argentina have outscored Panama 27-15 in this quarter. Can't get the second to go. Molinar dives inside, draws the foul, and will earn himself a trip to the free throw line. One from one so far this evening. Iverson Molinar putting together a good stat line again, though. 13 points, 3 boards, 6 assists. Corbalan called for the foul, his first of the game, as Coach Prigioni takes the opportunity to have a little bit of a discussion with his backcourt pairing. Goes 2 from 2 at the charity stripe. Panama will just make a quick change. .47 seconds left in this third quarter. Marcos, mid-range 2. Whips its way through the string. Panama's defense just isn't offering up the intensity it needs to fight its way back in. No on-ball pressure, really. Molinar drives inside under intense pressure. Foul whistled on Marcos as Molinar will head back to the free throw line, having just been there moments earlier. Well, 27 seconds earlier. Marcos picks up his first foul of the game. Molinar just flexing his right hand at the moment. Doesn't look too comfortable. It's a second to go as well. Panama keeping themselves in this game. Molinar up to 17 points personal. Leads all scorers. But Argentina still have this 24-point lead, and Campasso comes back in for the final few seconds of the quarter. Five seconds left. Campasso off the iron and away. Quintero from three-quarter court almost gets it to go. But that is the end of the third quarter, and with 10 minutes to play, it's Panama 56, Argentina 80.
Para las últimas noticias, estadísticas y otros detalles, visita la página de clasificatorios a la Copa del Mundo.
Here are the shooting stats. Argentina still lighting things up from all over the floor, moving up to 43% from outside. Panama doing a pretty good job. It's more on the defensive end that they have to put their attention. Need to find a way to slow Argentina's scoring down, and it's easier said than done. Multiple weapons in this Argentinian roster. 5 players already in double digits. Deck, Bolmaro, La Provitola, as well as Campasso and Cafaro. It isn't really about Panama struggling to score. It is about just how much Argentina is scoring right now. And a lot of those shots are uncontested, whilst Panama are being made to work hard for every shot that they get. The vast majority of them hand in the face, a little bit of body contact. Whilst Argentina have a lot more space to operate with. Argentina 10 minutes away at this stage, based on the way the game's played out so far, from picking up their 5th win out of 6 games and giving themselves a commanding position. If you have your phones to hand, scan the QR code, download the official FIBA World Cup Qualifiers app. Wherever you get hold of your apps, it will take you there. As I was saying though, Argentina and Uruguay could potentially both progress through to the next round with 5-1 records. Atencio just about gets it in time. Hands it back to Anderson. Sorry, to Navarro. Now into the hands of Anderson. Anderson for 3. High rebound as Marcos smartly taps it back to a teammate. Drive inside is good. Strong move by Juan Fernandez. In the slot for 3. Not this time, but a thunderous two-handed put back by Romero. Marcos. Carry's going to be called on Marcos as he gets it caught behind his back. Ready to resume after a shoelace has been tied. Navarro now brings it up over the half. Atencio hands it off. Tyler Gaskins goes inside, draws the foul, and will head to the line for 2. Foul whistled on Brasino. Tyler Gaskins at the line. The first is good. First points off the qualifiers for Gaskins. Only had 8 minutes in Friday's game against Cuba. Rebound falls into the hands of Fernandez. Good ball movement by Argentina as they look to try and break Panama's defense down yet again. Marcos splits the defense. Oh my goodness. In fact, my mistake, Corbalan I do apologise. At the top for three. High rebound. Easily ripped down by Fernandez. Corbelan now at the top. Ball in hand. Out to the wing, Fernandez. Not this time, rebound falls to Vallette. He gets it back on the roll. Extra pass, probably not necessary, and that's off the hands of Fernandez, so it will be a turnover for Argentina. Their lead stays at 25. Navarro. Open for three. Comes up short. Foul's going to be called. I think on Vallette. Second foul of the quarter for Argentina. First foul of the game for Vallette. Baseline ball for Panama. Romero now against Fernandez. Stripped away, quick hands by Corbelan. Backdoor cut by Corbelan. Knocked out of bounds by Anderson. Argentina will retain possession. Marcos catch and shoot off left. Big rebound though by Corbelan, and he'll head to the free throw line for two.
Por Argentina con el número 10, Gonzalo Corbelan.
69% across the qualifiers from the free throw line. Gonzalo Corbelan. His first trip of this evening, and the first free throw no good. Second is up to 7 points personal. Romero hands it away. Navarro trying to shake Marcos. Hands it out to Anderson. Shot clock at 8. Baseline drive. Eased out of bounds by Marcos. And Anderson will head to the line for two free throws. Marcos with the foul. Armstrong re-enters the game for Panama. Sorry, it's Navarro heading to the line, not Anderson. The first is good for Navarro. His first trip to the free throw line. Up to 6 points personal now. Panama continue to fight their way back into this game. They may just run out of time though, as Argentina's lead is still 24 and there's 6.5 minutes to play. Catch and shoot on the wing, and another three for Argentina. That's their 11th triple of the game. Navarro hands it inside to Gaskins, gets it back. In fact, sorry, that was Hall. Three goes up and he's good for Panama. Armstrong with that three ball, his first score of the game. Wing three, and Argentina just snuff out that little resurgence feeling for Panama with the three of their own. As Brusino steps in for that one. 5.5 minutes to play. Navarro hands it away to Romero. Navarro shaping up. Back to Romero for three. That one's heavy and is off the knee and away of Tyler Gaskins. Johnny Murillo comes into the game, 17 years of age, his first taste of the action in this Panama jersey in the qualifiers. Little heavy-handed with the three attempt. Murillo grabs the rebound. Pass whipped to the top, dumped in down low. That one's rejected. Fernandez glides inside, gets the roll off the glass. Argentina's lead balloons out to 29 now. That's my mistake. Yeah, 29. That shot comes up short. A good follow though by Hall. And the 21-year-old gets his first points. Timeout's been called here by coach Prigioni. Just under 4 minutes left in this final first round qualifier. And Argentina absolutely commanding this game. Coach Prigioni wanting to work on the finer details, and already in his mind will be the next qualification window in late August. .359 left on the game clock here. Argentina cruising their way to win number 5 in these qualifiers. Panama know they live to fight another day though. Potentially they'll be heading through to the second round with a 2-4 record. They'll be facing off against Canada and two of either the Bahamas, Jamaica or Puerto Rico. That pass thrown away, intercepted by Atencio. Murillo now. Step back three. Crowd are loving seeing Johnny Murillo, the 17-year-old, on the floor. Baseline ball for Panama. Atencio. To Navarro. Back to Atencio. He glides to the basket, draws the foul. From Bressan. Atencio heading to the line for 2 free throws. 3 from 4 so far this evening. Bressan picking up his second foul of the game. The first is no good, a little heavy. Back at the line for the second. Comes up short this time. Marcos whips the pass to the weak side. Ball ends up recycled back to the top. Corbelan. But it can only be dropped out of bounds by Argentina. Bressan. Sorry, Brasino can't hold on to it. Armstrong feeds it into Atencio. It's stolen away. Marcos now will draw the foul. Panama picking up only their second team foul of the quarter, though, so it'll be a sideline possession for Argentina. Ball back into the hands of Marcos. Just an issue that requires some attention around the shot clock, I think. I think it got reset back out to 24. Yeah, it's back down to 21 now. Corbelan hands it in. Skip pass now into the hands of Brasino. Good ball movement, great spacing from Argentina. That's what creates the open shot time and time again. Murillo hits a big jumper, much to the joy of the crowd. 17-year-old brings the crowd to life. Into the corner, Brasino to Marcos. Shot clock down to 8. Final 2 minutes of this game. Catch and shoot in the corner. Jumps over the rim and away from Corbelan. Handed inside for Atencio. Murillo gets the ball back. Pulls up for 3. Not this time. Sideline ball for Argentina. Final 90 seconds of the game. Argentina walking their way towards an important win, an expected win. Oh, nice reverse layup. Foul's going to be whistled on Hall. As I was saying, Argentina cruising their way to an important and impressive 5th win out of 6 games. Their only one loss was against Uruguay in a very low-scoring game where they only scored 44. Really does put them in a powerful position heading into the second round of the qualifiers, but tougher games lie ahead. They'll definitely have to face Canada in a home and away matchup, which will be an interesting test, particularly when you look at the roster Canada have put out in this window. Stuffed full of NBA superstars, including Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Dylan Brooks. How will Argentina fare? They're not short of quality themselves, though, to be fair. Skipped all the way through. Marcos for 3. That's an air ball, though. Armstrong hands it away to Navarro. Navarro will spill possession, just about regains control though. Catch and shoot at the top is good for Armstrong. 6 points personal for Armstrong. And Argentina won't run the clock out. They will take the three. It's an air ball though, and a heave from the three-quarter court will be the final play of the game here in Panama City. And that does it for the first qualification round in Group D. Final score here, Panama 71, Argentina 96. A work-like performance for Argentina to secure the win here today. And they will march their way into the second qualification round with a 5-1 record. Panama will be a little bit frustrated with their performance this evening, particularly defensively, but they too will head through to the second qualification round. They'll head through with a 2-win, 4-loss record. There are the shooting stats from today's game. Argentina putting on a clinic from outside, getting the job done. High percentages throughout. Dominating the rebounding battle. 25 assists for their 96 points as well. Cafaro led Argentina scoring with 15, but the game scoring is led by Iverson Molinar, who had 17 for Panama. Crowd have been given a couple of very interesting games this weekend. Panama picking up a win against Cuba on Friday, but the loss here against Argentina. There's the final group table for Group D. Uruguay finished top with a head-to-head advantage over Argentina. They're both on a 5-1 record. Panama slipped to a 2-4 record, but will head through. Cuba finished winless in Group D, 0-6. Well, here are some of the best plays of the fourth quarter of action. A much closer fourth quarter as both teams ran their rotations. Argentina just edging the quarter 16-15, ending out with a 25-point win here on the road. And Argentina really is a story of the team. 7 players, in fact, in double digits. Cafaro, Campasso, Laprovitola, Corbalan, Balmaro, Deck and Fernandez. It would have been far quicker for me to name the players who hadn't scored double digits for Argentina, but there you go. Their leading scorer overall was Cafaro, ended up just 1 rebound short of a double-double as well. As for Panama, 2 players leading the way. Iverson Molinar, he ended up with 17 points, 3 rebounds and 6 assists, and Trevor Gaskins finished the night with 13 points, but it wasn't to be for Panama in front of their home fans. And they do head through to the second round of qualifiers, but it will be a big ask for them now, just taking 2 wins through from this first round into that second round. Doesn't mean it's impossible, far from it. But it does mean they'll likely have to pick up 2, if not 3 more wins from that second round of qualifiers. But what a game we've had here, and what a qualification group. Group D has been Uruguay and Argentina leading the way. Panama pick up the 3rd spot to head through to the second round. Cuba bow out at the end of this first round of action. Final score here in Panama City is Panama 71, Argentina 96. As Argentina blast their way through to the second round, looking very, very impressive indeed. So the game was controlled almost from opening tip to final buzzer by Argentina. Panama gave everything they could, but it's Argentina who come away with their 5th win of the qualifiers. Final score, Panama 71, Argentina 96.